as I just wanted to talk a little bit about the couple of last quarters that Edmonton has been through, because really when we look at our spring, it's similar to Vancouver. When we look at our second sales in Edmonton, really the sales were doubled, right? We had a tremendous second quarter, and sales were just saw record highs, not necessarily in the Edmonton market, but Calgary and Lethbridge saw absolute record highs than they've ever seen before. So really exciting times for us. And it's no surprise because, we were basically in the early stages of the pandemic. So sales, hit record highs, and interest rates are still really low. So the basic fundamentals of supply and demand, not a lot of houses on the market and big demand for for buyers. So it really was sort of the kind of, I guess, the perfect storm. What's going on is that if we figure that this pace is still potentially continuing at this rapid race, and still anticipating really strong levels. The supply is generally keeping up with the demand at this point. So the market is really looking like it's becoming a bit more balanced than what we've seen, let's say, in first quarter and second quarter. The prices are really still fairly strong, even if we look at our residential stats that we have from July 2021. This is, again, a really good indication of what's happening in the market. So yeah, I can just jump right into that, is that really all residential prices in Edmonton are at about 389. So that's a really strong increase from July of 2020. It's actually up. And so that's a really strong again for the Edmonton market. In June, we had really strong sales, and in July, we had really strong sales. July actually surpassed June in terms of sales. And then again, as we move into the fall, we're seeing the market soften a little bit. But again, there's still that interest of that back to school frenzy, as Eric even mentioned, that could potentially spark and spike the market again. So a really good time for buyers and sellers, some more inventory on the market for sure. So that's, we can look at last year compared to this year. We can see that there is definitely a big increase from last year to this year in single family and in condos and duplexes, and basically in all residential. So, when we look at all residential on the bottom line here, we can see that, there's a significant increase from last year to this year. So there's the new listings that are currently on the market right now. We had 2588, and that's a bit of a decrease month over month. But then again, if we look at year to date, that's a huge spike from last year. So that's really exciting news for us in the Edmonton market. It just continues to be a strong market. The current month right now, we've got 1537, and then again, month over month is a decrease of 19.3. That's really just from June to July. We saw a bit of a spike in July, and then a little bit flattening out over June. But again, like I said, in August, it's looking like things are really going to continue to be strong and move into a great fall for Edmonton.